Welcome back to Eskimos, you lot. Today, we're diving headfirst into a bloody volcanic eruption of global cuisine that'll make your taste buds scream bloody hell. We're talking about dishes so out there, so unbelievably daring, that even the bravest eaters might think twice. From the treacherous waters of the Pacific to the rolling hills of Sardinia, we're on a mission to unearth the most unbelievable foods this planet has to offer. So buckle up, you donkey, and prepare yourself for a wild ride through the culinary unknown. First up, we're off to the land of the rising sun, Japan, where they've got a thing for playing Russian roulette with their sushi. Fugu, you see, is pufferfish. Sounds innocent enough, doesn't it? Except for the fact that it harbors a deadly toxin, tetrodoxin, that can paralyze your nerves and stop your heart faster than you can say wasabi. One tiny mistake in preparation, and it's curtains for you. Chefs train for years, honing their skills to a razor's edge, just to earn the right to serve this deadly delicacy. They meticulously remove the poisonous organs, leaving just the edible flesh. But let me tell you, even knowing all that, taking that first bite is a bloody nerve-wracking experience. You've got this tingling sensation on your lips, a slight numbness. It's like a culinary game of chicken. But hey, some say the adrenaline rush is part of the appeal. Next, we're jumping over to the beautiful island of Sardinia, Italy, where they've got a different kind of culinary daredevilry going on. Forget your fancy-aged cheddar. Here they like their cheese crawling with live maggots. You heard me right, maggots. Kazu Marzu, as they call it, is a traditional sheep's milk cheese that's intentionally infested with cheese flies. These little critters break down the fats in the cheese, giving it a soft, almost liquid texture, and a particularly pungent aroma that'll knock your socks off. Now, some people might find the sight of thousands of wriggling maggots a tad off-putting, but the Sardinians swear by it. They say it's an acquired taste, but frankly, you'd have to pay me a bloody fortune to even go near the stuff. Now, hold your noses, because we're heading to the rolling hills of England, where they've got a cheese so potent, it's been banned from public transport. It's called Capile, and it's not for the faint of heart. This monstrous cheese is made from unpasteurized cow's milk, and it's left to mature in damp caves, where it develops a powerful aroma that can only be described as a combination of old socks, sweaty gym clothes, and a hint of ammonia. It's so strong, in fact, that it's been known to clear out entire rooms. But you know what they say, one man's trash is another man's treasure. Some people actually love the pungent, earthy flavor of Capile, and they'll happily fork over a hefty sum for a wedge of this stinking bishop. Me, I'll stick to my Stilton, thank you very much. Let's escape the stench of Capile and jet off to the sunny shores of Jamaica, where they've got a fruit that looks like it could be served on a platter in a horror movie. It's called the ackee fruit, and it's known for its distinctive brain-like appearance. But don't let that put you off, because this fruit is a beloved staple in Jamaican cuisine. Now, here's the catch. Ackee fruit is highly toxic when it's unripe. That's right, one wrong bite and you could be pushing up daisies. But when it's ripe, the fruit splits open, revealing these creamy, yellow arils that are perfectly safe to eat. They've got a nutty, buttery flavor that's absolutely delicious, especially when paired with saltfish, the national dish of Jamaica. Just make sure you get your hands on the ripe ones, or you'll be in for a world of trouble. From the Caribbean, we're embarking on a global tour of stone fruits, those hard-shelled wonders that nature seems to have encased in armor. We're talking about everything from the humble peach to the exotic durian. Now, I know what you're thinking. Stone fruits? What's so daring about those? And you'd be right for the most part. But it's the sheer variety and the unexpected flavors that make this journey so exciting. Take the durian, for example. This Southeast Asian fruit is notorious for its pungent aroma, which has been compared to everything from gym socks to sewage. But beneath that spiky exterior lies a creamy, custard-like flesh. that some people find absolutely addictive. Then you've got your mangoes, your plums, your cherries, each one with its own unique flavor profile, from the tangy to the sweet to the downright tart. It's enough to make your head spin. Hold on to your chopsticks, because we're heading back to Asia, this time to South Korea, for a dish that's not for the squeamish. Sanitary, as it's called, is a delicacy that involves eating live octopus tentacles. You read that right, live. These baby octopus are chopped up right in front of you, seasoned with sesame oil and sprinkled with sesame seeds, and then served up still wriggling on the plate. Now, the challenge here isn't just the mental hurdle of eating something that's still moving. Oh no, the real danger lies in the suction cups on those tentacles. They're still active even after the octopus is dead, and they'll cling to your mouth and throat for dear life. So, if you're not careful, you could end up choking on your dinner. It's definitely an experience that'll get your heart racing. From the bustling streets of Seoul, we're braving the icy wilderness of Iceland for a taste of hakkarl, a dish that's been described as smelling like a combination of ammonia and blue cheese. And trust me, that's putting it mildly. Hakkarl is fermented shark meat, and it's definitely an acquired taste. You see, the Greenland shark, which is what they use for this delicacy, doesn't have a urinary tract. That means its flesh is loaded with uric acid and trimethylamine oxide, which are basically toxins that make it poisonous to eat raw. So, the ingenious Icelanders came up with a way to detoxify the meat. They bury it underground for weeks, allowing it to ferment and break down those nasty compounds. The result is a pungent, jelly-like substance with a strong ammonia aroma that'll knock your socks off. It's definitely not for everyone, but it's a true testament to the ingenuity and resilience of the Icelandic people. Finally, we're ending our culinary adventure with a root vegetable that's a staple in many parts of the world, but which also harbors a deadly secret, cassava. This humble root, which is also known as yucca or manioc, is a major source of carbohydrates for millions of people, particularly in Africa, Asia, and South America. But here's the thing. Cassava contains cyanogenic glycosides, which are compounds that release cyanide when ingested. That's right, cyanide. Eat enough raw cassava, and you could end up pushing up daisies. But fear not, because there are ways to prepare cassava safely. Traditional methods, such as soaking, fermenting, and cooking, help to remove or neutralize the cyanide, making it safe to eat. So, the next time you see cassava on the menu, don't be afraid to give it a try. Just make sure it's been prepared properly. So there you have it, you lot. From the heart-stopping fugu of Japan to the maggot-infested cheese of Italy, we've traveled the globe in search of the most unbelievable foods that most wouldn't dare to try. We've seen how food can be a source of both fear and fascination, and how it reflects the history, culture, and ingenuity of people around the world. Hopefully, this culinary roller coaster has inspired you to be a bit more adventurous with your own taste buds. Remember, life's too short for bland food. Until next time, stay hungry, stay curious, and dare to taste the extraordinary.